After all she's done for this league, you disrespect Caitlin Clark in that manner? You use Paige Bueckers to diss Caitlin Clark publicly? That's out of pocket. That's out of pocket. This whole thing, this whole league is lit right now because of CC22. That's it. Let's be clear here. That doesn't mean there's not good players. We talking about the reason why it got lit. It's because of 22. It's because of 22.
Think about this. Last year, Caitlin Clark was informed that she was Fever teammates over a speakerphone with the Rookie of the Year. No spotlight, no cameras, just a phone call. Now fast forward a year.
The story is the difference in how the WNBA has decided to deliver this news and present this versus the fact that I don't remember them doing much of anything for Caitlin Clark, who had a better rookie year.
These two Rookie of the Year announcements are so different from one another that it almost seems like you're watching two different leagues. During practice, Caitlin Clark, the rookie who revolutionized the WNBA, was huddled up with her sick teammates when her former coach, Christy Sides, put the commissioner on speakerphone. It was that. No cameras, no staging, no fanfare, just a phone conversation that is made in the most memorable way imaginable.
Have somebody that wants to say a couple things really quick.
So, hi, Coach Sides. This is WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Do we have the team all together?
Hello. Yes, ma'am.
What a record-breaking season for you and the entire team, full of outstanding performances. Congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Consider the predicament Clark found himself in. She had previously humiliated the league in the season when she was supposed to be recognized as the best rookie. Fever home games sold out so well that the average attendance was above 17,000, and the number of viewers increased by more than 20%. Those figures weren't hypothetical. The league had money in the bank and exposure that they had never had before. That cultural weight, however, was not reflected in the way her Rookie of the Year announcement was delivered. The low-quality phone conversation was in contrast to the enormous growth that her presence had brought about.
Hey, shooting buckets, she's the one. Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Shooting buckets, she's the one. Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Hey, shooting buckets, she's the one. Paige Bueckers at their HUD. Shooting buckets, she's the one.
And I'm the last person you thought you'd see on this cool spirit tunnel, but I'm here to present you with the 2025 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year Award. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
A commissioner is laughing and smiling alongside Paige on stage, and she is surrounded by balloons, singers, lights, and supporters. The league seems to want it to be viewed as an event by everyone. Instead of challenging the structure, Paige admirers enjoyed the glamorous reveal. And Clark's moment appeared to be an afterthought based on that comparison right away.
No mistake about it. Millions of views, viewership, ratings through the roof. Everybody's on PJs now because of her. The sellout show, sellout games, every arena, home and away. And you disrespect her like this? This is crazy.
The story even comes through in Kathy Engelbert's performance. The commissioner kept her face hidden from Clark.
Here on set with the Jennifer Hudson Show to surprise Paige Bueckers of the Dallas Wings with the 2025 Kia Rookie of the Year Awards. We're all going to be all smiles and cheering, and I can't wait to see her dance.
And you saw the way that went down.
Individuals are also not stupid. When you treat one star's award like an after-school announcement and publicize the other one like a Hollywood premiere, you're indicating exactly which story you would prefer to support. This goes beyond just two ceremonies. It all comes down to what the league chooses to highlight and what it is prepared to ignore. That is more quickly noticed by fans than by any press statement. Furthermore, it raises a very important question that looms over the entire matter. For what reason did the WNBA create two diametrically opposed Rookie of the Year awards for consecutive superstars?
I just want to know, Caitlin Clark comes into your league and saves a drowning league. I know damn good and well I can't remember any behind the scenes talk show appearance. I don't seem to remember that from last year. Didn't you get like a phone? Caitlin Clark got like a phone call or something? Oh, my bad. Paige Bueckers, she be checking some of them boxes, you know. She checking them right off.
What exactly was Paige's play regarding her ostentatious Rookie of the Year moment? Or did the politics of the league play a role? When you align the specifics, it appears less like performance recognition and more like a drive for a particular narrative, which is why fans have been asking that question. People frequently use the term UConn Mafia. For years, former Husky players have had a significant impact on endorsement deals, league offices, and media coverage. As soon as Paige exits the machine, she is greeted by TV cameras, a staged entrance, and Nike producing personalized shirts to commemorate the achievement. In contrast, Caitlin Clark received no t-shirt, no TV commercial, and not even a handshake from the commissioner despite her rookie campaign's actual sellouts and viewership gains. Once they notice that disparity, fans begin to wonder what they are actually getting rewarded for.
Isn't Paige, probably what people think is, why isn't she as popular as Caitlin? But do you think Paige should be more popular? What do you think? And Paige deserves more, and Angel Reese deserves more, and Asia, and Pete, and. Yeah. I think specific to Paige, you might argue her popularity and the people that are fans of her has been underrated, which shocks me.
Sue Bird, who has stood by Clark the entire season, fueled the flames even more. She proposed giving Paige the same level of attention that Caitlin had. The irony, however, is clear. Paige simply appreciated the type of contrived situation that the commissioner offered, but Clark never got it. When those remarks were made, Clark's supporters interpreted them as an effort to minimize Caitlin's accomplishments and shift the focus back to UConn's upcoming star, and the entire affair appears well-coordinated when you combine Bird's remarks with Kathy Engelbert flying out to present the award in person on national television.
Kathy Engelbert, so you did all of this for the Rookie of the Year this year, but you don't bother to show your face last year to give the Rookie of the Year to Caitlin. You don't even bother to call her, but you called her coach. What kind of hateful organization are you managing? The disrespect is ridiculous. Yeah, Kathy Engelbert is the worst sports commissioner. I think we can point that out. Never did this for Clark, who saved the W anyways.
Critics such as Eaton Thomas and Christine Brennan have previously noted this trend. They contend that UConn players are routinely given preference in the league's narratives, which occasionally comes across as more clout distribution than coverage of real success. Another indication of how closely those relationships are woven is Nike's strong involvement in Paige's introduction, while doing nothing comparable for the rookie, who essentially changed a league's finances.
Has come to Paige and let her know, you're good, Paige, but other players have been playing basketball for a lot longer than you. One has come up to her in interviews and said, Paige, you're a great basketball player, but don't you know there are other women who have been in the WNBA a lot longer than you? I mean, you didn't invent basketball, Paige. There have been other players who came before you. None of that none of that shop talk was thrown at Paige at all. No one has accused Paige Bueckers of being racist. No one has asked Paige Bueckers' girlfriend, who's biracial, who's got a white mama, to please come up and stand up and say something. The way the media, the way the WNBA has treated Paige versus how they treated Caitlin Clark, it's like night and day. And really, truly, it's astounding to me if no one sees that difference.
The message is very obvious to those who support Clark. The natural talent who gained popularity early on isn't always featured by the league. The player who fits into an established media and corporate network is occasionally highlighted. It is therefore even more difficult to accept Paige's real on-court performance when considering the excitement around her, which seems less earned and more manufactured.
Bueckers winning Rookie of the Year, but no, it was not unanimous, and yes, more people voted for the runner-up than last year.
Though not in the manner anyone desires on their CV, Paige Bueckers recently made history as the Rookie of the Year. She was the only athlete in NBA or WNBA history to get the honor while playing for a team with less than 10 victories. With a stuttering 10-win, 34-loss record, the Dallas Wings tied for the league's poorest record. We are now expected to view her Rookie of the Year award as an indestructible achievement. Rather, it appears to be the league's most bizarre Roy victory ever.
Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever, made the WNBA playoffs last year, correct? Am I going crazy? Now look, that would have had to have been a result of Caitlin Clark joining the team, because I'm almost certain Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell were on the team prior to that. So they made the playoffs last year. Paige Bueckers won exactly how many games this year? Did she win 10 games? I think she won 10 games this year.
Consider the difference that exists here. After ending with 20 wins and qualifying for the playoffs for the first time in almost 10 years, Caitlin Clark lifted Indiana out of the bottom just a year earlier. She was in charge of turning around the league's poorest team at the time. Nor was she winning games on her own. She made teammates feel better. The Aaliyah during her second season, Boston appeared to be a formidable defensive team. Lexi Hull established herself as a reliable three-point shooter. Being paired with a guard who consistently ordered double teams allowed Kelsey Mitchell to flourish. That's what happens when a franchise is transformed by a star. Paige's stat line wasn't blank at this point. 19 points, 5 assists, and nearly 4 rebounds with excellent efficiency. Those are actual numbers. However, when those numbers have no meaning, what do they mean? No playoff run, a rise in the team's profile, or indications of roster development. The Wings were precisely where they began the season, out of place in the rankings and having trouble attracting steady national attention.
Paige a good basketball player? Absolutely. But we saw the drastic dip in her numbers when she was actually guarded by the opposing teams of the WNBA. We saw the type of basketball she was not able to deliver when she was actually being guarded. Again, I don't have any animosity towards Paige Bueckers. My issue is with the WNBA in its entirety. My issue is with their plan to erase Caitlin Clark, to act like Caitlin Clark doesn't mean anything to the WNBA. And all of a sudden, Paige Bueckers, because of who Paige Bueckers is in a relationship with, she is now allowed and encouraged and supported to be the savior of the WNBA.
In the meantime, Washington's Sonia Citroen, the runner-up for this year's Rookie of the Year award, started every game, scored around 15 points per night, and topped the league in three-point shooting at 44.5%. In addition to providing the Mystics with sufficient floor spacing and defensive effort, she was a model of consistency. However, Citroen only received 2 out of 72 votes when the results were announced. Secondly, it eliminates the effort she made and gives the impression that the competition never happened. It doesn't feel natural for the league to award Paige with 70 of 72 votes and crown her in spite of her 10-win season. IT seems pre-planned. Ignore the sharp increase in fever, ignore Citroen's grin, and ensure that the Yukon star makes the news. For this reason, followers of Clark now believe that Indiana's trajectory is the true story to follow as we go toward 2025.
At the Engelbert, you are out of pocket. How dare you? How dare you disrespect Caitlin like that? Caitlin Clark, the face of the league, the needle, not the needle mover, the actual needle.
While the WNBA is occupied with stage-managed festivities and award shows, Caitlin Clark is steadily establishing a genuine presence in Indiana. The Fever's current situation is not predetermined. Fans are able to witness its victories, growth, and foundation unfolding before their own eyes. The Aaliyah every night, Boston has become a defensive anchor who manages the tension and unnerves the opposition's big men. After establishing herself as a dependable shooter and defensive player, Lexi Hull punishes defenses that trap Clark and spreads the floor. After years of being Indiana's only bright light, Kelsey Mitchell is finally able to play freely with a backcourt partner who relieves defensive strain. AS Chloe BBY establishes herself as a reliable position filler. Veterans like Sophie Cunningham and Natasha Howard surround them and know how to temper the excitement of a youthful team. It serves as a basis.
Got on a plane to go present her this award. How come you couldn't get on the plane to go present Caitlin Clark her award? Let's talk about it. Kathy Engelbert, you have tried to take credit for the growth of the league when we all know the reason this league took off the way it has taken off like a rocket ship is because of Caitlin Clark, but it looks like y'all have fumbled that.
Now, compare it to Dallas. Paige managed to put together strong numbers, but she was never able to lift her squad out of thin air. A season's worth of 10 victories told the tale. If the team doesn't click and fan engagement plateaus, individual scoring is meaningless. Clark has an influence beyond basketball production. It is a business matter. The Fever regularly filled arenas with over 16,000 spectators and made their games into nationally televised events that people wanted to watch. Products were flying off the shelves. Although it cannot be produced, other teams desire that model. Real outcomes in a winning squad were the source of it. Supporters aren't blind. The manner the Rookie of the Year awards are presented makes it obvious who the league wants to represent it, even if the player's on-court performance doesn't live up to the hype. The juxtaposition between Paige Bueckers' televised production and Caitlin Clark's modest phone conversation therefore touched a deep chord. People want to be honest. If the wave was created by Clark, acknowledge it. Let's celebrate if Boston, Hull, Mitchell, Howard, and Cunningham win. Because there won't be any staged announcements in 2025. It will focus on the Fever reaffirming Caitlin Clark's role as the league's engine. Did the WNBA treat Caitlin Clark with disdain, in your opinion? Tell us in the comments section below. In order to ensure that you never miss anything, like, subscribe, and enable all notifications. Let's see you in the next video. Click the video on the screen.